Hey guys, it's 1 o'clock. About 1 o'clock. Got a couple updates I want to share with you. This is an exciting update, I guess you could say. So, this morning I came out, and remember I had an axle left to get out. Plus, I left this one on just so I'm able to roll the frame around, but I used some of this stuff yesterday on all the bolts. And the Milwaukee fought a little bit, but they did come out, so I didn't have to plasma cut any more bolts out. And then just for fun, I started to wire wheel the frame down a little bit, but I'm going to save that for another day because I still have to roll this out in the wet and the rain, so we'll work on that more later. Was searching on Craigslist this morning and came across something, and it's a big piece of the puzzle to the whole snowcat build. You guys know what this is? This is a genuine Allison AT545. And I believe that's an SAE2 mounting plate or housing. And the shifter and the speedometer cable and the cooler and the starter and all the hardware. Guy had this on Craigslist for 800 bucks. I offered him 400 cash and he took it, which is unbelievable. So this came out of a Bluebird bus, school bus. It's got about 100,000 miles on it. Everything on it looks good. It's a little dirty. So we're going to get this pulled out of the Subaru and get it pressure washed. The only thing it's missing is the parking brake, but it has all the threads and everything there to mount a parking brake to it. So I suppose I could source one of those from the junkyard for 50 to 100 bucks. Not a big deal, but let's see if we can get the cherry picker out here and get this thing out of the Subaru and get it cleaned up. Alright guys, I got the Allison cleaned up nice. This transmission is in, from the outside obviously, it's in really good shape. I guess there's really no way to tell if it's in working order unless you put it in a vehicle and try to drive it. I did shift it through the gears and rotate the drive shaft or the yoke, and it turned the torque converter. And the guy that I got it from seemed pretty honest. He was a school bus mechanic, so they recycle these motors and transmissions out, and he wanted the Cummins off of it, so the transmission isn't doing him any good. But anyhow, for those of you that are wondering, the price once again was $400 for the whole thing, and I still got to get a park and brake assembly for it. But this is one piece of the puzzle. This is a highly recommended transmission from the snowcat community because of the deeper oil pan, the higher capacity for transmission fluid, and the simple fact that these are robust and they're controlled through a cable and there's no electronics on it. The snowcat community seems to like the mechanical motors and the mechanical transmissions, and I could agree with them on that. It's much less of a headache when you're trying to diagnose problems. And man, got a lot accomplished this weekend, although it was just basic stuff, you know, getting the transmissions pulled apart from the motors, getting everything set up and ready to do the swap here this coming Friday or Saturday. So I guess you guys will have to stay tuned for that episode, because this is going to be it from me for this weekend. So if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit like. If you're not subscribed yet, man, you're going to want to subscribe for this, because when this thing is done, you aren't going to believe it. I'm going to do something that nobody else has done in the snowcat community as far as this build goes. So there's going to be quite a few things that are different from the norm. But aside from that, guys, take care. We'll catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.